A budget, really anything that is data driven or number driven, there is a story to be told behind it. And how we tell that story is important and powerful. One of the things that the people in our roles get to do is frame issues. You get to provide information and frame issues for elected officials. You get to frame them for the public. So, yes, whether it is a budget, you can always show the tables and numbers, but really, what is the meaning behind it? The same thing is true for any kind of chart or graph or data. You want to lead with the story. The data is there to supplement. I think we play a key role in educating and explaining to residents how we got to where we are, why we are where we are, having them reach their own conclusion about what our options are. That authenticity, that honesty can be helpful in building a trusting relationship. I think that local government is situated in a way that we have an opportunity to build community cohesion that, for so many reasons, has changed and evolved over the years. And you could look at any number of factors that have impacted community, from the decline in civic engagement to societal changes to the way we plan and develop land and communities. So many things have changed that have played a role in the change in community. But we are positioned to influence that. How we go about that is an exciting question. How we start to pull some of those communities together to build that cohesion again is challenging. But certainly more than any other layer of government, I think we have a chance at doing something. So we're lacking that physical cohesion that a borough might have. But the open space program that you referenced has built a cultural norm in the decades that it's been in existence, where the elected officials of the 80s, 90s, and into the 2000s saw development as a threat and made the decision to take a large step forward to preserve the open space. In doing so, and as that open space preservation effort really took hold through the late 90s and the early 2000s, it resulted in people coming here and living here for that reason. It has become a prominent identifier for the township and the people that live here. We moved back in the 80s and 90s into relying on third parties to provide certain public services, whether that's trash and recycling, emergency management. The idea has merit, relying on professionals to do services so that we as a local government aren't trying to do so many things. We might not be able to do as many things as need to be done as well as they need to be done. Why not rely on specialists for some of those things? Relying on those services right now seems to be becoming more and more tenuous. Emergency responders are having volunteer crises where they can't get the level of volunteers that they need. There's funding challenges. Like, there's a whole bucket in emergency response, harder to get people to do those types of jobs. Trash and recycling is seeing the same types of challenges from a service standpoint. What concerns me is we need accountability in those areas. How are we going to do that going forward? Are we going to need to think about providing some of those services in-house? What do these trends mean for us? And at the same time, public expectations are increasing. When something happens, you can look at the most recent fire in California, which is massive, but the public expectation is that help is going to be there, and there's going to be protections in place. And all I see are some of those protections faltering. It's hard to get the funding, it's hard to get the people, and that's a disconnect of it.
So I think we should plan for services that you're accountable for, but aren't easy today to locate in a predictable, reliable fashion.
No, and massively complex and expensive infrastructure for a lot of us here, in this area, and probably just generally our infrastructure is aging. The cost to replace it, the complexity to replace it, as we replace and upgrade it, our best to make sure it is designed to withstand what we're seeing now in terms of storms. the human and financial resources to respond to what I think we're going to have to respond to is concerning.
Yeah. Yeah.